Yo, it's Marcus from Western back with another video. Today we are doing the Road to Diamond for the HVK 30. I don't care for this gun. I know I've already made some discussions and terms in my previous video with the Mana War for the Road to Diamond about the 3-tap metas, and this is a 3-tap meta. I hate this gun with a passion. It's really ruined grinding ranked in multiplayer for me. That along with the DRH obviously, and the Mana War and the Odin and the SKS. But I hate that the time to kill is like a -2 seconds. Like, you die immediately against these guns. I feel like there's not even a gunfight anymore. Like, with the way COD Mobile is played now, due to the HVK and DRH and the Mana War and all these 3-tap metas every single season, it's like, what gun can we make that will 3-tap? You know what I mean? It's awful. So I'm not really blaming any developers here. I'm actually blaming, like, you know, the YouTubers and like the people who put out this kind of the class setups for the stuff and like the way the game's played. That's on, like, more so on the community in this case, and so that's kind of more who I push this blame off onto. It's bad to have a 3-tap meta, in my opinion. Like, so we want there to be a skill gap in ranked, not for there to be no skill gap in ranked. So, like, the meta that we have now, HVK, DRH, and Fennec, I guess you could say, that's pretty much what everybody's running, the Fennec or the Switchblade. Awful meta. It's an awful meta. The Fennec is pretty much untouchable up close, and if you have a pay-to-win variant, you're untouchable across the map too, because you have the optic that gives you literally like no aim shake, recoil, whatever the fuck that optic does. And then the DRH, I mean, you 3-tap anywhere on the map right now. Like, it's got like virtually no recoil now. You 3-tap anywhere on the map. The fire rate's great. It's got beautiful iron sights. They recently pretty much just gave the entire community a pay-to-win variant of it. It's not good at all. And then you got the HVK. If you paid for a pay-to-win variant of the HVK, that was just money well spent. Because they blatantly refused to actually nerf the gun to where you cannot use it for some, I don't even know what kind of reason, but for some reason that's what they're doing. Yeah, I think I've kind of covered my 3-tap meta issues. I do blame the community on this one. I would love, just hear me out, I would love a meta like this, right? You got an SMG that's a true SMG, right? It's hard to use at range. It's good up close. And it takes, if you hit shots at range, it takes skill, right? But you're not, like, if you get in a gunfight with an AR, the AR isn't completely screwed up close, right? A DRH versus a Fennec up close, the Fennec is winning that 99% of the time, unless the player just sucks. Whereas the DRH, I mean, you can't 3-tap up close, but it doesn't really matter. The Fennec, you can shoot, before you shoot 3 shots out of a DRH, you can shoot, like, what, 12 shots out of a Fennec? I wonder what the actual, like how many bullets you get out of a Fennec first. Especially up close. So yeah, I don't really, I would like to see like MSMC. I know you always like hearing me saying MSMC. That's just, it's the best SMG in COD history, in my opinion, in terms of like a competitive SMG that does what a competitive SMG should do. And for an AR, I personally, there's a long list because there's so many ARs in this game. It's got to be a gun that people can use more consistent. I'm thinking the Maddox. I like the Maddox a lot from the BO4 days. So I think a gun like the Maddox as one AR, and then somebody else on your team can use it like a Growl, an AR with 0 recoil. Maybe an AR that's a little more for long range gunfights, something like that. Maybe even a Swordfish if we wanted to get into burst metas, like a gun like that. The Growl is like a fully automatic version of the Swordfish. But the Swordfish, they keep nerfing it. I don't know why. I don't know, they've refused to nerf the HVK and the DRH, but they nerfed the Swordfish. It just is awful. Yeah, something like that. I think that'd be a solid meta. MSMC, Growl, Maddox, Swordfish. or even like just the normal burst fire M16. You know, maybe that's what I want to see. I want to see a burst meta. Next thing you know, they're going to buff the Chicom and the Pharaoh, which can be one burst SMGing people across the map. Anyway, I digress. Sorry, I got on a big tangent about metas in the game right now. It kind of bothers me. Anyway, the HVK, Road to Diamond for the HVK, that's what we're talking about. The high velocity kicker for any of you Call of Duty Zombies players from console in Black Ops 3. That's the Pack-a-Punch gun name for the HVK. And that's also going to be the title of this video for anybody wondering. I don't even know, man. This was a very boring 150 games to get the diamond. I don't enjoy using the gun. That's my main thing. I thought it was okay in BO3. I don't really have any nostalgia coming back and using it. It's not like the ICR where like I was like, oh, I actually really like this gun in BO3 and BO4, and I kind of enjoy using it in COD Mobile. So I had a lot of fun grinding the road to diamond for it. But it's not like that, and it sucks. It should be. Kinda excited to really get going on this road to diamond though. I'm at the point now where I'm kind of like picking and choosing guns that are the meta, and then that's what I'm going to use and grind those out to diamond. So that's why I'm doing the HVK. I recently did the Switchblade, and I also did the Man of War and the DRH already. So whatever becomes the meta, that's what I'm going to pick and use, unless instructed otherwise by my community. So if you have a gun you think I should do the Road to Diamond for, maybe you think it's underrated right now in this season of COD Mobile, let me know and I will do the Road to Diamond for it, unless I've already done it. Here's your class setup right here: monolithic, MIP light, red dot sight, OWC laser, and large caliber. I like the light barrel. I feel like I can actually move around with the gun. If you want a 3-tap at longer ranges, you would use the marksman barrel, but I hate it. It drives me nuts. And I showed that class setup in the beginning of the video. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate the consistent support on the channel. And I will see y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace.